up a mock U.S. aircraft carrier. So they are lobbing missiles at us, and we're lobbing zingers at Israel?
The Prime Minister, as you recall, was profoundly forward-leaning and outspoken about the importance of invading Iraq under George W. Bush, and we all know what happened with that decision.
What has happened over the last several weeks, by virtue of the invitation that was issued by the Speaker and the acceptance of it by Prime Minister Netanyahu on 2 weeks in advance of his election, is that on both sides there has now been injected a degree of partisanship, which is not only unfortunate, I think it's destructive of the fabric of the relationship.
All right, so former U.S. Army chopper pilot Amber Smith, who's, I guess, just saying, what the mock? Really? What the heck? What do you make of that?
No, I think that could Iran spell it out any clearer than they already have? Their nuclear ambitions include building a bomb with the intent to use it. They want Israel to cease to exist in this world, and they are not going to stop until they reach their goal. And the only thing that the White House right now, instead of making a coordinated effort and teamwork with Israel right now in terms of how to stop this threat, they are using dirty politics and word games, sending out different members of the administration to attack Israel. We're supposed to be working with our allies, not fighting with them with word games.
All right, well, whether that was their original intent or not, timing looks awful given the fact that they had these mock military exercises going on in the Strait of Hormuz. It was as if Iran was saying, this is what we are capable of now, without any of the nuclear stuff, presumably. What do you think their other messages, because it certainly puts a big crimp in the administration's effort to extract a nuclear deal out of them, right?
So the war games that we're seeing out of Iran is nothing really more than a show of force. It's very much a power struggle right now in the Middle East, with Iran struggling to gain dominance. We're seeing them trying to gain control of certain aspects of the Iraqi government right now in the fight against ISIS. They're definitely looking for every avenue that they can to sort of gain stronghold in the Middle East. So I think that these war games that we're seeing is nothing more than that. They're definitely looking to be legitimized and being known as a big-time player in the Middle East.
But you know, you have to wonder whether
continue.
I hear you, but you have to wonder whether the Iranians are the sharpest tools in the shed. Why would you do this in the middle of a negotiation with an administration that has been at least friendly to your point of view, that you don't want to be overly sanctioned or have a pile-on of sanctions, and here you complicate the process by pulling this stunt?
Well, perception is reality, right? And so right now everyone is looking at Iran, who's in negotiations with the U.S., and they don't want to be seen as caving or perceived as weak because they are negotiating with us. And so I think they are trying to do this show of force and say, look, we are still relevant, we still matter, and we still have, you know, significant stronghold in the Middle East right now. We still matter. That's what I think this show of force and these war games are all about right now.
Man, oh man. Amber Smith, thank you very much. Former U.S. Army helicopter pilot joining us out of Washington.